Hello YouTube and welcome back to the latest and final game of the WWC. And again, unfortunately, it's post-con, but it's a very important game. If we manage to pick this up, we're in playoffs. If we don't, we're not in playoffs. Pretty much it all comes down to this game. Now, bear in mind I took over the team at 3, I think it was 2-3 at the time. I'm currently lost 1 game so far. I won by 4. So I've been doing alright. I've been doing okay with this team, but it all comes down to this. And as you can see, the team we have brought is Megachomp, Corviknight, Infernape, Slowking, Tapu Koko, Raichu, Alolan. And we're playing against a coach, Palkia, who is already, I think, already not qualified, because I think they're on like 4-6, I want to say, and you need at least a 6 or a 7 win ratio to get into playoffs. So he's unfortunately not going to get into playoffs. So he's just playing to try and stop me from clinching that playoff spot. As you can tell, I've got a new microphone. So please put a like up for the new microphone. Does it sound good? Does it sound good, guys? Does it sound really good? It might do. Anyway, I'm gonna have fun with that. Gonna have fun with that microphone. But anyway, that sounded wrong. But here's brought Sneasel, Volcanion, Tapu Lele, Mega Alakazam, Gramble, and Gliscor. Now, we've both got electric terrain. We've both got terrain abusers. With Zam, Lele is terrifying. Raichu Koko is less terrifying, but can be stopped. And also, word of warning, Mega Alakazam obviously gets Trade, so it can copy Surge Surfer, which again would be absolutely terrifying if that was in electric terrain. If you Tapu Lele is really scary. Gliscor is quite a problem for this team, because I don't really have anything on my team to deal with Gliscor other than Mamoswine, which just dies to an Earthquake. That's my Ice type switching. So, not the best matchup to be gone with. So we start the game. I lead with Infernape as he leads with Volcanion. Now, I was honestly predicting him to lead either Sneasel. No, it wasn't. What was I? To be fair, Infernape wasn't the best lead for him looking at now, because he's got Volcanion, which has Water Gun, which will bop it. Tapu Lele's got Psychic type move, which will bop it. Gliscor will have Earthquake, which will bop it. And Alakazam also got Psychic type move, which will bop it. So I lead with Diddy, and I think I U-turn out. I do, because I do believe we are choice banded. This is the problem when we doing post-com. I don't remember our item. We're choice scarf. Okay. So we were choice scarfed on our freaking Infernape. So we could outspeed, I think, Mega Alakazam. I think that's why we put choice scarf on. Yeah, we outspeed Alakazam, Mega Alakazam. I think it outspeeds Scarf Lele as well with this set. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Okay. So there's that. So we can definitely outspeed all those. So we could U-turn out into Pandas, predict him to go for a Scold or something, or Steam Eruption. Goes for Toxic, which isn't great. So he goes into Sneasel, as I get a free teleport back into Diddy Kong to get a free Flare Blitz off. And this Gramble, now, so I go for U-turn. This is really bad for me, because this is why I don't like doing post-con, because my memory is so bad. I don't remember any of the thought ideas that go through my head. But when I'm doing live com, I can show you guys my actual thought process as the video's going along. So hopefully the next week we're going to try and do most of it live com if we can. Fingers crossed, we'll try and do that. So I U-turn out, predict him to, obviously he was going to switch out, because he's probably going to switch out into, I don't know, pick a fire type with maybe Volcanion, something like that, Gliscor. So I thought we might as well U-turn out, get some chip, and then get some momentum based on what it's going to switch into. He goes into Gramble, reveals the Intimidate. So I go into Corviknight, because Gramble can't really touch Corviknight with anything. So I thought that was the best play to go for at that point. So he goes out into his Volcanion, as I go for a U-turn on Mackenzie to, again, I think any move I've clicked so far in this game has been U-turn or teleport. So, like we some switch in this game so far. So U-turn into Tapu Koko to try and get electric type move off. So he goes into Gliscor. As I go for the Thunderbolt, I thought, well, I might as well go for the Thunderbolt just to try and do some I was deliberating for the longest time. Should I go HP Ice? Should I not go HP Ice? Should I go HP Ice? Should I not go HP Ice? Should I go HP Ice? Wasn't sure. I didn't want to take any risks early in the game, because if I could build HP Ice and he stayed in, or he went into Gramble or something, that could have been like major setback later in the game. But also we could fake not having HP Ice or fake being choiced, do Thunderbolt and then switch out. So they'll think, oh, we're choice, we're locked into Thunderbolt. Let me go into Gliscor. Late game, bop, HP Ice, do a lot of damage. Easy dubs. But gets a toxic poison off, which is great. So I'll go into Corviknight, because this thing can't really touch it. He reveals to U-turn, goes out into Volcanion, which isn't the best matchup for me, so I switch out to Slowking, picking a fire type move. Goes for Steam Eruption. Probably thinking I was going to go into Infernape, but he goes for a double Steam Eruption on Pantless, which I thought was very interesting. So I go for a slow teleport out into my Mega Garchomp. As he goes into Gramble, gets Intimidate off. I go for the Actel. It's not Mega Garchomp, it's regular Garchomp. Because I'm in two leagues at the same time, and one team I've got Chomp, one team I've got Mega Chomp. My brain gets confused, guys, I'm sorry, but it was regular Chomp. So, of course it was regular Chomp. Of course it was regular Chomp, because I was freaking Choice Scarf. I was double Choice Scarf. Or double Choice Scarf, because I always get wrecked by double Choice Scarf, so I might as well try it myself. So he goes into Tapu Lele against my Mackenzie, so I'm thinking, at this stage, I was thinking, right, this thing has to have Thunderbolt, because why would this be your switching into Mackenzie if you didn't have an electric type move on it? So, thinking, right, it's going to go for electric type move, it's going to go for electric type move, it's going to go for electric type move, it's going to go for electric type move. So, I thought, I'm going to stay in, because Thunderbolt even to Mackenzie, because we're special defensive fat, not going to do a lot, and we can work out if he's spexed or not, or if he's scarfed. So we try to do that. So I go for the Roost just to recover all the way back up to full health. We know he's got Thunderbolt, we keep spamming it. I go for the U-turn to switch out into Tapu Koko to try and get a HP Ice off this time, which I don't go for. I go for another Thunderbolt, which again, I could have... This Gliscor could have been gone if I clicked HP Ice this time and HP Ice last time. It could have went bip, bop, bip, gone. Gone. Actually, literally off the field. So go with Hidden Power Ice, do a solid 35%. Because I was thinking he's not gonna. He's now gonna switch out into probably Corviknight or Slowking. So he's not gonna stay in and click Earthquake. So I might as well get HP Ice off. Does a solid 75%. Does solid damage. Out comes Tapu Lele. So we go out to Slowking, pick him to go for a Psychic type move, go for Psyshock. Slowking just eats it up for days. So he goes for another Psyshock, which I thought was very interesting, as I get for a slow teleport back out into Tapu Koko again. Because we're pretty sure this thing is choice locked. I was almost guaranteed it was choice scarfed to outspeed Raichu. Or try to outspeed Raichu anyway. Or it didn't even outspeed Tapu Koko, to be honest, but... or Scarf Chomp, anything like that. I'm pretty sure it was Scarfed, so for one locked into Psyshock, that's going to do nothing to Tapu Koko, so we can get a free, okay, it does a lot of damage, but we're just going to get U-turn out, back out to Corviknight, because if it's locked into that, can't really do anything to us. So he goes out into Gliscor, and I go for a U-turn, which, in hindsight, I probably should have went for the, Iron Head on Gliscor, because it did 18 to 21%. And what was Gliscor on at that time? It was on... It brought it down to low enough health where we could have... I mean, it didn't really make a difference, to be honest, because Iron Head would have really killed this thing anyway. Could maybe done something. So we're going to Raichu, as he goes straight into his Tapu Lele, which I thought was an interesting play. So I go for Expanding Force, because I knew that would be a switch in every time. Like... he had Psychic Terrain, I might as well put Expanding Force on it, because it's 10 base power less than Psychic, same as Psyshock, and if he's got Electric Terrain up, let's get it doubled, and there's no Tapu Koko left, but we've still got speed to outspeed most of his team, we might as well slap on Expanding Force, do some damage with it. So we've already got Expanding Force, so we're going to Slowking. But you can just go for a... Well, let's make a Moonblast, to be quite honest. But Moonblast was probably the safer play to go for, because Ellie Mackenzie resists that. And if you go for Thunderbolt, could have went Garchomp, couldn't do anything to it. Side Shock, this thing again, wouldn't do nothing to this thing. And also nothing to Raichu as well, because obviously it's resisted. So, over the Moonblast, which is a safe play. So I go into Corviknight knowing he's locked, so might as well go into Corviknight to solid 17%, does actually 0. So he goes into his Gliscor, as I go for Roost, which on my part was a very, very bad play looking back at it now, because Gliscor was the obvious bring-in to go into there, predicting another Iron Head. So giving him that a chance to heal back up with Roost on Gliscor was very, very bad, because couldn't really touch it barring HPI's Coco. So it was very... Cause keeping this thing gone means the freaking Raichu can potentially sweep late game or Tapu Koko. So both Gliscor need to be gone. So I went for the Roost there, which lets them to get a free Roost off as I go for a U-turn out. Right back into Infernape. So Gliscor is pretty much down back at full health, which isn't great because can't really do anything to it. So we get Flare Blitz off to solid 41% as he goes for a Roost. So I go straight into Corviknight, thinking to obviously do that. So he goes into Volcanion, which I'm thinking, right, is he going to go fire, is he going to water? He does a double switch into Sneasel as I go into Slowking. Now, this is where the mind game's played in, because if he had knockoff, we could switch out into Corviknight, eat up, easy dubs, GG. If he goes to Pursuit, we need to stay in and click Skull or something to try and knock it out, because we do live a Pursuit if we don't switch out. So, let's think, has he got knockoff, has he got Pursuit, has he got knockoff, Pursuit, knockoff, Pursuit. I take the risk and stay in, reveals a knockoff, goodbye Slowking, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So I go into Infernape at this point to try and get like a revenge kill off. He goes into Gramble, which became very, very annoying because of the Intimidate drop, because every time I go into Infernape, just go into this thing or get into Garchomp, just come to this thing, get the Intimidate drop off on it, and then you can eat up hits for days. So Gramble is a very slept on mob. I might have to try and use it one day. Okay, so go into Corviknight as he goes back into his Gliscor. Now, try and get the U-turn off to get some momentum out into Garchomp again, because I really need to get this Gliscor whittled down as quickly as possible. So there's the Gramble player. Was really annoying me. Keep spamming Earthquake because it's not do anything. We're going to Corviknight as he goes into Volcanion. He's reading these switches really well. So he goes for the Fire Blast, risking he doesn't burn me. He doesn't. Goes into Gliscor as I go for a Earthquake, which again I should have. I might as well just stay there and get some rough give chip on it as he goes to Gramble. So now he knows we're choice locked. Potentially he thinks we're choice locked, so I'm going to Tapu Koko. So I think he was going to go straight to Gliscor, which he does. He's back up at full health. So I have to U-turn out, get some chip off, try and work a way round to try and get into the prime opportunity so it's low enough so HPIs can kill on Tapu Koko. So I get some bulk ups up on Corviknight because this thing can't really touch anything. So I keep bulking up. I U-turn out, straight into Tapu Koko, trying to play him to go into Gliscor, which he does go for. But I get the play wrong. I do get the play wrong because I thought, oh, he's going to think HPIs is coming. He's going to go into, he's going to think HPIs is going to come. He's going to go to Gramble probably, or stay in thinking, oh, he's going to go for HPI, so we might as well stay in and click Fire Blast or Steam Eruption. So we can do all the things. So I thought that was going to, I didn't think he could go Gliscor, but he did. I'm very unfortunate. So I go into Corviknight as he goes back out to Volcanion. So we have to keep playing the mind games to try and get him low enough to deal with the Gliscor. But reason me go for Steam Eruption, that was the best play to go for. Because Corviknight was definitely not going to come in that turn. So down goes the Garchomp. Then going to Tapu Koko. Think, right, I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt this time. He's not going to. He's going to think HPIs this time. So I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. So he goes to Sneasel to sack this thing off. I get the power, then he gets the full power, which is very, very nice by me. Get the Flare Blitz off, does a solid 40% to Gliscor. just keep spamming flare bits, because if he wants to keep roosting, he can keep roosting. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. Go to Volcanion, has a quick flare bits, which does literally nothing to Diddy. So I have to keep trying to sack things off here, because I need Tapu Koko alive enough to be able to get Raichu to be potentially sweep. So I go for the Thunderbolt, knocks out Sneasel. Then Tapu Lele comes out, which I go into Raichu to do that, to go back out into Corviknight to try and reset the electric terrain once freaking Tapu Lele is gone. But the Mirror Armor comes off this time. Finally it came off. So we're going back into Tapu Koko, where I was predicting freaking Lele to come in, but he didn't. He stayed in and goes for Play Rough. Before was interesting play, not gonna lie. So I'll need to stall out the electric terrain turns as much as possible. So you turn out straight into Tapu Koko to go for a HP Ice. I go for Thunderbolt again. I get these Glow Score. I've literally every single turn I've got these Glow Score reads wrong, and if I got them right, like at all at any stage, could have been a different game. If that Glow Score was gone, that Glow Score could have gone by like turn 6, turn 7. But now turn 54 and it's still rocking about. So it was very unfortunate. So now I go for HP Ice, get the read wrong completely. So you turn out straight into Corviknight. So this was, I was just trying to like try and get to a position to try and win the game at this stage with my Raichu / Koko. But this Glow Score needed to be gone. So I go into Tapu Koko. This was the opportunity to click HP Ice, knock this thing out. Knew it wasn't going to stay in. Ground Ball comes in. With HP Ice. There's 51, goes down to 51%. Out comes Glow Score. As he goes with Thunderbolt, which again gives him a free freaking. He's slowly willing me down so we can switch in and get enough toxic heal on his Glow Score. So Ground Ball goes down, which is very nice. Out comes Alakazam. As I go straight into my Corviknight. He Mega Evolves. Gets Mirror Armor, not very concerned about that. Goes for Shadow Ball, literally does nothing to Mackenzie. Sets up, got Calm Minds. I'm thinking this is going to get ropey. So I switch on to Tapu Koko, which again, Shadow Ball comes through, outspeeds me, bish bash bosh. Out comes Raichu, as I go for Rising Voltage, which again, I can't really touch it. HP Ice comes through on Raichu, knocks out the Glow Score. Out comes Tapu Lele, which means our electric terrain speed is gone. Has to go into Corviknight. He goes for the Thunderbolt. Now we're going to get locked into Thunderbolt. At this stage I thought this game's over. This game is over. Alakazam outspeeds me. And we just die to Life Orb, and that's GG to Palkia. And that was a really, really bad game. I think for me that was probably my worst game this season with this team, because because before I joined WWC I had to do 2 catch-up games with the old team, which was basically this. It was basically Koko, Raichu and some other random crap which weren't my battling style, not at all. So I had to use those, won one of them, lost one of them, and then since I picked up this team I had a win. Get to the last game. All you got to do is win, Jake, and you're into playoffs and potentially pick up your first championship. Bottle it. Like always, I always bottle it in the final games. Like literally, it really drives me insane. If I can get past that barrier, we should be okay. So this was the last WWC game on the channel, and you guys seem to absolutely love Draft League, because we've been absolutely smashing the spot on these Draft League videos recently. So shout out to all you guys. So hopefully in the next few weeks, we could have some more Wi-Fi leagues. Hopefully, we're gonna have some more Draft Leagues coming on the channel. So definitely be subscribed if you're not already to catch some more Draft League action on the channel. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Also, join the Discord server down below. Join that imposter army. We're still trying to grow to 200 by Christmas. We are 26 away now. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.